If you're all going to stand here with me today, will you at least answer some questions for me? My first question is, do you believe
trans lives matter? Trans lives matter! Trans lives matter!
Boy, glad we're not there. All right, trans activists and Sophie Cunningham supporters squared off ahead of tonight's Indiana Fever and New York Liberty game, and Outkick was there to cover all that action. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the final hour of the Big Weekend Show. So while the trans activists were causing problems, the Sophie supporters were, a lot more civil.
She did this with tremendous risk to her personal safety, her career, and I just am very grateful for her speaking up.
For Sophie speaking up and not backing down and continuing to say what she said and speaking up for all of us female athletes is so inspiring, and I know that's going to push every female athlete to speak out and continue to push for this.
Yeah, much different interview there, but this comes as WNBA Commissioner Cathy Engelbert is accusing others of using the debate to, quote, sow divisiveness, while Cunningham calls for bold new leadership in the league. Yeah, I would say so. Alicia, the WNBA, with all of this, has moved so far away from the sport, the athleticism, the players, and has become, in a lot of ways, a joke because the leadership can't figure out why protecting the W in the WNBA might be an important concept.
Yeah, it's gotten to the point where it's almost like, oh, yeah, and they also play basketball because it's all messed up with all of the politics. And I was listening to that supporter out there when she said, that she's so grateful to Sophie Cunningham for risking her personal safety for what she said. And what she said was men shouldn't compete in girls' sports. And she risked her safety to say that. Think about that. And that's true because she's received threats. And we see these people out here protesting and doing all this. We know that this is an 80-20 issue. Democrats in 2024 learned the hard way that this is an 80-20 issue. Or is it just that 20% are all out there at these events screaming and yelling? It's just, honestly, just as someone who's covered this stuff and covered campaigns, I'm very surprised that this still has such a loud voice out there when the vast majority of Americans, not Republicans, Americans, don't think this is a good idea.
Joey, what do you think it is with the leadership? Why can they not figure out what a distraction this is from what they've been building with Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham really taking the lead?
I think in the beginning, the Caitlin Clark stuff was because it brought more the drama, like that WWE Attitude Era, brought more eyes to the game. Just like the talent of Caitlin Clark, the drama around her also brought the attention. And so I think they let that simmer for too long, and then it got too personal, and then people made it about race and all these other things. I'll go back to, as Engelbert said, that people are using this to sow division. Sophie Cunningham answered a question and left it alone. Coaches wore stupid T-shirts. Her own coach couldn't have her back. Like, it cascaded within her ranks, not by Sophie Cunningham, not by outside groups. It cascaded within the WNBA because I guess a bunch of them have thought about being trans and wanted to make sure that their lives mattered. I don't know why they're so passionate about it, but that's the best I can deduce. So, there's weak leadership, and then there are people who are in leadership positions that aren't leaders, and that's what this seems like.
Yeah. Well, the Cathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, is not looking out for her players. It's that simple. If her players are getting hurt, you have to stand up and figure out why the players in the league that she's supposed to be the commissioner of are getting hurt. Instead, she comes out caring more about her image, her woke image than she does about the actual players who are working for her. By the way, that's not just me saying it. That's what Sophie is actually saying. Sophie is saying she seems to care more about her own image than she does about the safety of her players. She also says that position, the commissioner's position, could be open by the end of this season. And I think she's right. I think if she goes on caring more about her own image than the safety of her players, she's not going to be the commissioner much longer.
Yeah, nor should she be. It's the safety of your players, but it's also just, to me, the integrity of the league itself. Alicia, I just keep going back to how ridiculous it is that the concept that the women's national basketball, that they don't know what a woman is. First of all, they have to meet and convene on that, number one. But they can't figure out that the very existence of their league is greatly threatened by the concept of letting men play in it.
Yeah, and then we also had two former professional basketball players, men, who actually said, okay, then fine. I'm going to play, that I'm going to put myself out there. And that it took them to make like an even bigger point of how absolutely ridiculous this is. But yes, the W in the WNBA. What about these young basketball players, these girls who are out there and they were watching what was happening here and thinking, I'm going to do that one day. I'm going to go out there. And now they're watching this.
This issue's settled. The president is the president of the United States of America right now, largely because of this issue. You can continue to litigate it in the public sphere like this as a business and drive yourself into bankruptcy if you want to. Americans have said what they think about it pretty loudly and pretty monolithically. It's a very small percentage that see it otherwise. That just happens to be that same small percentage gets good funding to make signs and show up and yell.
What's odd to me as well is you see these supporters of Sophie Cunningham showing up. They are polite. They are civil. They are respectful.
Yes.
They are not hateful. They answer the questions not about being hateful towards anybody, but about the integrity of the game, and they appreciate Sophie for standing up for them. And then on the other side, you have these screaming banshees, many of them who are not young women, by the way. In fact, I don't think I saw any young women out there protesting for trans lives or all these things that they're doing, making absolute fools of themselves, hissing and cawing and all these things at our poor Outkick reporter that's out there dealing with it. I mean, what a contrast.
By the way, that contrast is not just happening outside, it's happening inside. Exactly. Remember the people that were wearing the shirts, the mother and the daughter, they were forced to cover it up, and the things that are said to these people. I mean, it's very simple. As you say, you just look at the quality of the people on either side, and it's clear in my eyes who the winner of that game is.
There are a lot of young Americans that are emulating Charlie Kirk when it comes to public discourse and how to approach people and be respectful and have grace in your heart, but stand strong in your convictions. And the others, like Tomi said, are banshees, and I think that's just hilarious.
They are banshees, and I would just say, too, for these young women that are out there being so respectful, they're not threatening trans lives. They simply want a sport in which they can play as women together and have their privacy and have their safety put first. And they are owed that, and they deserve that. Sure. And they're so graceful the way that they present themselves. So congratulations to you young ladies out there, and thank you to Sophie for continuing to inspire them. All right, still.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.